Hello, everybody, and welcome to Championship Sunday at the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship of 2023. We're going to start off with a great semifinal match here. We have Onyee, who currently holds the high run for the tournament at 121, going against Bex Kenna, who was the runner-up to this tournament last year. It's a best of 7. David Burney's in the booth with Christian Youngers. Good morning, everybody. There's two combatants right there, and we're getting ready to start the action momentarily. We're glad that you're tuned in. There's a lovely shot of the trophy. Who will be raising that? We'll find out a little later today. Who will join the Ring of Honor there with last year's champion, Jamie Hunter.
We're ready.
Definitely feel free to share the stream with all your friends out there. Let us know where you're tuning in. This looks like we've got a lot of the familiar faces down there. We'd like to thank our sponsors there, WineCellars.com, Jason Miller and Diana Miller, Littman Lights, Joshua Yoon, Shirakanth Pupuri, all doing some great work. And here we go with frame 1 and Onyee to break off. For this one, I think if Bex wants to get into the final again, she's really going to have to tie up and not let Onyee get into the balls, as we've seen with both Onyee and Mink. The two players that have a century in this tournament, once they get in the balls, they really get revved up, and you're going to be sitting for quite a while.
Yeah, definitely. I think it's going to be a matter of, can Bex slow down Onyee, and can she put her into trouble? So we know Bex can also score amongst the balls, but she hasn't quite been up to her standard in this one so far, and I imagine it's going to take a good amount of offensive play as well as some very, very tactical snookers in order for her to win this match, I believe.
Yeah, almost feeling that it might come down to who is just the better long potter today, and who's going to make those long pots and get on to a color and start to get in.
This one is on for Onyee. It's a slight overcut.
Yeah, will she be punished for that mistake? It is early in the morning. This is our first match today, so maybe just first morning jitters. Just got to get the cobwebs, a few more shots, and the arm will be nice and loose and relaxed. And as this match grows on, you'll probably see those pots drop more often than not at the hands of Onyee. Do a bigger bounce off that cushion. Nice little wall starting to form up there with the green and brown, so we'll see how if that could come into play a little later on. She's used that little wall. Reds that are able to hit directly. She had the potting angle on that red that's open in the left side. Probably just going to come off this red and come back to.
Yeah, the pot was on, it looks like. Went for it.
With the group stage, obviously, with just the 3-frame matches, it was really sometimes you're clamping up pretty quickly. But now with like a best of 7, you can kind of in the early stages maybe go for a few more shots than you usually would. Maybe Onyee was thinking that she could take that in, and that would open up her opportunity to make a high run. But the misses left Bex with a tricky rest shot. That's not what you wanted to do. Let's see how Onyee fares here. This is the opportunity I think that she definitely wanted. A nice easy starter. She'll be on the black. A few reds are open, so unfortunately for the Ox-sponsored Bex Kenna, she might be sitting for a little bit. Really nice yesterday. If anybody wants to tune in, we do have our matches on YouTube uploaded, but it was nice to have Onyee in the booth just to get to know her a little bit better and her story and her journey. You can check that out. And coincidentally enough, she was in the booth as Mink was making a century break. And I think Onyee was getting a little bit nervous because she had held the high break of 121, but it was all safe.
Yeah, that was pretty funny. I love that, seeing him in the booth, sweating the action. And this does look like a danger zone for Rebecca.
60.
Gonna need maybe one or two good splits into the pack. There's a couple of loose reds, but might be playing a split the pack right now, it looks like. The question is, which red do you try to aim for here? Might be prudent to just go into the leftmost red, just to kind of flick off the pack and open something up. Problem is, this red up by the pink doesn't go to the right middle pocket, so you have to maybe get into him a little bit more. Yeah, she hit the second one, so that's... Problem with that is your cue ball, right?
Yeah, and I think that was a good opportunity because she did have some loose reds just in case the split didn't go her way. It doesn't have an easy one off the split, but sometimes you do have to make just a little extra tough red to keep the break going.
Yeah, that's where I feel like hitting the middle of those three reds might have stuck her cue ball in an awkward spot, which it looks like it kind of did. Flicking off of the other two might have been a little bit better for the cue ball position, but hard to tell.
Yeah, this is a tricky red into the side. Just going to play safe, okay.
Not too bad. Starting with a break of 24 for Onyee.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse for Bex, so nice sigh of relief for the Bex fans there.
Yeah, no one frame visit in this one, or one single visit frame, I guess you could say.
Six guy, yes. The final also will be a best of 7. The other semifinal match between Mink and last year's winner Jamie Hunter will follow this, and hopefully during the course of action here we'll be able to find out exactly what the time is for the final when it is scheduled.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't know if we have an exact timing. I think we're scheduled for about 1 o'clock Pacific Daylight Time. Looks like what the schedule has, but depending on how this goes.
Sure, and that's for our other semifinal. But now the Christian, great technical director here, has brought up the schedule play, and it looks like 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time is when the final is scheduled. But you can find all that great information on snookerscores.net and just reach out the WWS US Open to find out the results of all your favorite players, as we're down to the final 4, but it was a great tournament, well represented by many countries: Canada, America, Germany, Scotland, England, Hong Kong, Thailand. So definitely a true global event. Great to see that it's growing just in its only 2nd year of this tournament.
That's a nice pot there from Onyee being on the rail. I think Bex's shot was definitely one you could take on, knowing the risk that you would leave that red up table. Had that red not been up there, I think it would have been 100% a shot to nothing, but still a chance. And now the balls are much more open than her previous visit to the table, so we could see a big break opportunity here.
Yeah, definitely. Frame winning clearance is here for Onyee if she can just steady her nerves. Obviously, I would probably need about 50 more visits to win the frame in this one, but we've seen Onyee, she's quite the cueist, and when she sees an opportunity, she'll go for it. 3-time world champion on the women's side. She's also 4K UK champion, 4-time UK champion, 2 times Masters. Was on the Pro Tour, the main tour, so she's fallen off there, so she knows the importance of this tournament to get some more well-needed ranking points to get back onto that tour.
Mm-hmm. Oh, she might have gotten a little close to this ball, a little bit of hampered cueing, but
13.
I think she's all right based on this angle. Yeah, she should have enough of the cue ball. Let's a good look at the cue action there.
That red above the pink, it looks like it does have a path into the top right corner. She's also looking at those 2 reds on the right side of the table.
Yeah, just fell a little bit short on the blue here, so I was going to have to take a longer mid-range sort of red into the right corner pocket, most likely. Someone asking, are Mink and Jamie on the practice table or meditating or what? No, I think they might be not here yet, just doing some meditation back at the hotel. Who knows? We do have some other side matches going on. We have got some Challenge Cup matches and seniors event matches happening on our side tables. So we do have a full room here, except for I think the table behind our match table here. Jamie Sanders says, I'm in bed. Confirmation. Meditation at its max.
Great long pot by Onyee. I'm pretty sure Onyee or Mink and Jamie are probably just taking a look at the beginning stages of the match, lining up what could be maybe their opponent in the final. But it was really nice to hear Onyee really stress yesterday when she's in the booth. You got to be in the present moment.
Mm-hmm.
We almost baited her about, well, what are you going to do in the finals? She's like, I haven't got there yet. Got to be present. She's got a semifinal to deal with. So,
and on a different scale as well. She was talking about kind of her 3-shot plan. Mm-hmm. Think about your next 3 shots, what you're going to do, and then stay in the moment and focus on the current shot. Oh, is this cue ball going to end up short? Yeah, maybe a little bit of a mistake there. It's going to have to take a longer red, and this one kind of out on its lonesome, I think, might be the one that she has to take right here.
Yeah, she just previously made a good long red to keep the break going, so she's going to have to do this as well here. As you alluded to, Christian, that red that's out in the open.
31.
Yeah, I think this is the one, only one left if you get on any short blues. Otherwise, it's going to be coming in and out of bulk if you get any angle going the wrong direction. But we'll probably play for black here, I imagine. Yeah, cueing with a high ball. Yeah, excellent pot there. Lenny Baker over on Facebook, shouting out. Bex, got some good Bex supporters in the chat. Barry Simpson over on YouTube. Boogeyman's back on Twitch.
Sit done, just a little tricky. Going over, and our referee, Dave Daly, just letting Onyee know that that is a touching ball. So really, when touching ball happens, you can shoot away as the touching ball. That acts as the first contact that you have. But obviously, in this situation, doesn't want to shoot away. She wants to continue the break going. That's a great shot. Going over those reds, perfectly placed on the black. As black is her frame ball.
$47.
This probably will be.
Come a little bit short though on this red, no? Sorry, Dave. Oh.
48.
Yeah, definitely now.
It was a bit short. That's why she had to kind of go in and out of bulk. But with a 71-point advantage and 51 on the table, pretty sure in laying a beautiful snooker there. That should be a session. That should be frame 1 for Onyee. So she does 1 to the good. As I always say, you're never in the match until you get your first frame. So we'll see if Bex can counteract in frame 2 when we come back in a short moment. And welcome back, everybody. Frame 2 action of this first semifinal on Championship Sunday here at the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship 2023. We're here at Ox Billiards in Seattle, Washington, and it's free to come down and watch. There's some great snooker action that you can see here. Come down and see us, 1432 Broadway Street in the Capitol Hill district of Seattle. Great way to spend a nice lazy Sunday. Come on down. We've got some drinks, some snacks, and some great snooker.
Another long pot opportunity here. Wow. Sinks that one in the heart.
Yeah, right in the middle of the pocket. She's cueing really nicely. Kind of surprised, actually, that she took time to be in the booth with us.
Oh, yesterday? Yeah.
She should have been practicing. Hey, it's our good friend Kirk, turning in all the way from Belgium. It's great to meet you over there in Sheffield. He's definitely one of the team in the Luca Bissell camp. So thanks for tuning in, Kirk. Hope everything's well in Belgium as well. Hello to Vineet Desani, who was a great help here on Friday. We really appreciated his help as the roving referee, and also Vineet does a lot of great work up in Canada, and he's got some sharpshooters, his 2 sons. I believe they're 12 and 9. And they definitely give me a run for my money on the snooker table. So look out for the Desani name in the future in the game of snooker.
Good to see you, Kurt. Glad things going well. Luca Brissell's exhibition went pretty well. It was a lot of fun.
So should we be able to run through and take this red just left of the pink, because even though the pink will go back on the spot after this, it shouldn't hamper her too much. There's 3 kind of mid-range reds here. I think the angle is there that she can just run through, and she should be onto the black. She's gonna draw up for the blue.
Yeah, blue all day. She did get high on that this time, so.
Yeah, got the right side of the blue. The natural angle will take her down into the reds.
maybe had a bit longer of a normal pause there. Felt a little bit more delayed, maybe. I think there's maybe a bit of hesitation in that pot. I do think that the kind of intentionality of the pause at the back does a few things, but one of them is to kind of tell you, are you all systems go, in a sense. And it felt to me like there was a bit of a delay there. Not sure if it was just a hesitation, the body telling you not to go. But in general, normally she has a very pronounced pause, but felt a little bit longer there.
So an easy starting red just to... Well, maybe that blue will go past. Yes.
Yeah, pink is on as well, I think. Did she get there? It's tricky to say. No, I don't think the pink is available. Yeah, just take a look at it there. I do think getting the blue on the spot in this situation is going to be the better situation, the better, outcome as well, because pink would still be clustered into the right corner pocket. At least now with the blue, she can try to pull the cue ball up table and has a little bit more options, maybe. Okay, gonna be going into this pink, it looks like. Just trying to figure out what the angle is going to be and where that pink's going to end up, because it could easily tie up some of these reds on the bottom part of the table. And
She's going to be putting some deep screw on this, but this is rather uncomfortable. As you can see, she's doing a couple false starts there. And
I think there is a world where she can maybe go forward as well, but she does risk a little bit of the in-off, depending on how sweet she hits it, But there could be kind of a force follow type action going 2 cushions out. But I think the deep screw is going to be the better shot. But what do I know?
just feeling very awkward for her. So this could go wrong. But if it does go right, it's definitely a good chance, because black goes to both corner pockets. So she needs a great shot here just to continue the break.
That is a good point. I guess you could just kind of stop the cue ball right in its tracks, essentially off of the pink. Hopefully the pink doesn't tie anything up and is still available. And you'll have the black into the left corner. It might be the best of both worlds. Yeah, needed a little bit more. Do you take this pink down the cushion? What are you doing here, David?
On these tables against Onyee, I'm running and hiding.
You're running and hiding against the...
I'm hiding under the table. I'm scared to come back. But yeah, there's a little bit of an angle. Probably would have liked a little bit more angle on this pink just to pop up. But if she takes this pink on, it's very tricky, that's for sure.
The likely thing here, though, is if she rolls the pink just at pocket speed, likely she'll cover that corner pocket. It won't really leave a pot on. But she would be playing for the leftmost red. It's along this top cushion, right?
True, and there would be the angle to get up for the pink.
Or even the blue, yeah. She just hit it at the pace where it wasn't going to settle. I think you need to hit that at about half the speed. You can still get enough angle with the cue ball, I'm pretty sure, from that line. But now the pocket's available. It's kind of a two-way, like a containing type shot if you miss it.
Yeah, when you roll your object ball towards the pocket, you're giving it a lot more chance to drop than putting it there at pace. But the problem is when sometimes you just roll it, it can rattle in the jaws and sit out. So, costly air possibly there for Bex, because these reds nicely open. There's a good pink here.
She's looking which red to play for next.
Tricky for a right-hander. She's left-handed. Well, I think we have seen her take a few shots left-handed in this tournament, but I think that's probably when the frame was at her mercy. There was no harm or foul. You see a few ambidextrous players, but not many. Definitely more than what you used to have.
Interesting. So she's taking this red next to the black. Probably play for blue up table instead of taking the one along the top cushion. Just managed to overcut it. The benefit of that shot is you're kind of playing it two ways. She probably just didn't fancy the one next to the black, and with a little bit of a lead, put pressure on your opponent to come up with a pot instead of leaving an easy one.
Yeah, as we can see where her cue ball has landed. If that red was to drop, she has a nice angle on the yellow to come back down the table. But if she was to miss, like we just saw, she's put Bex far away from the reds, although I wonder if Bex has got a shot to nothing here. Is there a path to get through?
I think there is, yeah. Benefit of that shot is that if she plays it in clean into the pocket, most likely she runs into the black or something in that area. She did get a good line on the miss to get back up behind the bold colors. Maybe it would have been better for Onyee to take that red closest to the black to keep the aggression in the match, keep the pressure on Bex.
Oh, this is a thin, long red.
Thanks, Darcy Michael. Oh, it's going to get behind the yellow. Oh.
Yeah, yep. Darcy's doing some wonderful things in the province of Manitoba, up there in Winnipeg in Canada. Hope you've been enjoying the event all weekend long, Darcy. Good to hear from you.
All right, so the cross double. It's going to get behind the green. Uh-oh. Yikes. Good snooker there. I think she's got the full ball snooker here.
Just allowing referee Daly to take a look at it just in case there's a respot. As we are now in to the semifinals, it's full-on professional rules, unlimited putbacks, attempts until obviously we reach the snooker's required stage. There might be a thin slice here.
Yep, yeah, this red is on. Yeah. Not quite the full snooker. Very close. This looks pretty good too.
It's a good retort.
This might be full ball actually. I don't think the red is visible. The right side of the pack.
No, I think Bex is going to have to come off a cushion. And as we alluded to obviously yesterday, these more higher ranked players, as Bex is ranked of 4th in the world on the women's side, actually ranked 125 on the main tour. They do know how to hit the object ball or off the cushion and get it under the snooker, but the big thing is obviously putting the cue ball safe or not leaving an easy red on as an opener for your opponent. So she's really got to study the table, find her route.
This is tough. Definitely has a snooker. I mean, what do you do here? You play for the two reds to the right of the black, maybe?
Yeah, almost the patented Cliff Thorburn shot where you come and just missed it.
Oh, okay. So she's playing the thin. Okay.
Yeah, the clip off it. Yeah, our good friend in Canada, Cliff Thorburn, brought that shot to the Pro Tour many, many years ago.
It was actually a really good calibration shot there. She got really close to the red, so I think that's the right attempt. Go two cushions and thin off of the right edge of those two reds by the black. That's a natural path for the cue ball to come up table, and she got really close there, so I imagine her next attempt might be what she needs. So just a little bit of like a calibration sometimes. You take a couple of fouls on that attempt just to get the line right. And you always want to favor it coming a little bit short because that way if you miss, you're still kind of getting the cue ball up table. I think it's going to need to be a little bit farther back according to our view, but
a little too thick on that one. Yeah, I wanted it thin. But it's nice to see. That's the great sportsmanship of the game. You know, all players and referee all coming together to get the spot correct. You know, everyone wants to win a match fairly. Got Double R Rob Richards on the Facebook stream. Rob, another great member of the community in Canada. He does a lot of great work in the Toronto area, runs a lot of tournaments. So it's great to see those two Canucks, Darcy and Rob. You know, they kind of sometimes put the cue aside and really try and go for the better of the game and organize tournaments, because it is a tricky thing. And hopefully as we continue to grow, we can get more and more people behind the scenes helping out so everyone can have their certain job and we can make it look easy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what it's going to take. It's going to take a lot of people kind of on the ground everywhere in their own respective areas to grow this sport in any way we can. And all we can do is help each other collaborate, learn from mistakes, improve.
Yeah, I think Christian, you and Rob and Darcy might have a good chat just on the technical side. Rob does a lot of streaming of events out there.
Very cool.
In Ontario. Did some great work for the Canadian National Tournament.
Okay, nice.
Back in June.
Yeah, I always love picking the brain of other folks. Not being a professional myself, but at least getting a pretty decent amateur stream coming to share with you the snooker we have going on. Always willing to learn more and improve.
And I think that's the key. Don't get stagnant. Just always kind of wanting to up the game. Just finding new things. As Christian, when we got started this weekend, told me he had a new tool that he was going to try out, his little telestrator. And it's been a nice little added touch to the production here.
Yeah,
just
play
gives it
for
a good professional look.
This zone, maybe? Just sorry. Having too much fun now.
Well, your telestration was pretty close there.
Yeah, she screwed back for the red in the bottom. But it's interesting because remember this red was on earlier in the frame, but from this position here, I feel like it's a lot more difficult than where she had it earlier. She was a lot closer to it in the past. She decided to not take it and take a different red on. Maybe that red opens the pocket or does something else in the match, but maybe this red comes back to haunt her, or is she going to sink it? Not a problem.
Picture perfect. Nice little stun up for that black. So this is looking good for frame 2 for Onyee. Can't really see any trouble for her. She's got to, as she said, stay in the moment. She's looking 3 shots ahead, but at this point right now, she's only concentrated on the black. And with these best of 7 matches, there will be no mid-session interval. No mid-session interval, as we usually sometimes have a little break after the 4th frame. That will not be happening in these best of 7s, so we're going to have to be quick to get something cool to drink or a nice snack when we have a in-between break, which is only a couple of minutes.
A little bit of a theme in this one so far, coming short just slightly on the blue again. She's just going to, luckily has this red mid-range. As you can see, high break so far the match, 48 for Onyee. And it just seems like Kenna hasn't been able to have a chance. Not a very easy set of shots. Uh-oh, is this gonna... No, she's taking the red next to the pink, I believe. To the left of the pink. Closest to the corner pocket. A little bit more potable, I guess, from where it sits. Even though it's a long cue ball. And it's run safe. So once again, Rebecca back to the table, but nothing easy, that's for sure.
True. Rob in the chat makes some good points. You know, we all have to work together, you know, to grow the game. As last time I checked, there's no I in snooker.
There's not even a me in snooker either.
No.
There you go. There's always going to be a tough pot there.
Mm-hmm. As much as she's going from one side of the table to the other, it's not as long as some of her other pots. So if she's straight onto this red, she'll stun it right there and be on the black.
Based on this angle, I think she might need a tiny bit of stun run through. She's looking at the clean, just stop shot, and I think it's close, but I think it's potable actually. Now that I look at it closer. Yeah, just a tiny run through. Really nice shot there.
Yeah, those are probably the toughest shots in the game of snooker. Those little stun run-throughs or stun draws where you just gotta, after the object ball is hit with your cue ball, you just stun and run it a little bit forward, just a fraction of an inch. So.
Yeah, I would say the stun draw is a little bit harder than the stun run-through, if I had to guess.
Oh, that's nice to see. Our good friend Marianne McConnell is in the room taking a look at Championship Sunday. Marianne came all the way from Canada and represented the Mink belief quite well. She got all the way to the quarterfinals. She probably surprised herself, and she was able to join us in the booth as well yesterday. We had a good chat reminiscing about the old times, so definitely take a look at those videos that are up on YouTube and I believe Ox's Facebook page.
Yeah, that was awesome having Marianne in the chat. A lot of the players came into the booth yesterday. It was really cool. Maybe we'll get Bex over here after her match. Let's see if we can. I think we still need to get Mink in here as well. So we're almost covered on all the quarterfinalists. I always think it's just cool to see the player's perspective and learn a little bit more about their story.
Our fellow DB, David Brock.
Oh, David Brock.
Good to see you, David. And Mary Talbot Deegan. Mary, we're missing you this year. We wish you could have come overseas, but we know it's quite a trek to come over. Hopefully, as we continue to grow, somehow some sponsorship could happen through the way of hotels. So.
Oh, thanks for the score. Sorry about that. I'll fix it.
I wouldn't be surprised maybe in that little break between frames, Bex might just take a quick little comfort break, maybe have herself a little pep talk in the restroom as the Onyee train is running full steam ahead. She's got to do a little bit of something.
Yep. Thanks, folks in the chat. I got the score. Sorry about that. Now we should be 77-7. This should be up to date. Break of 26 for Onyee. Now 28.
Yeah, we wish you were here too, Mary. Actually, you were quite enjoyed your time in the booth. Mary has a good eye, been around the game for a while, so she's a great color commentator, I must admit. She can really analyze the shots and get into the mind of what these women are thinking.
Yeah, Rob, it's been so far so smooth this whole tournament, but first little hiccup for us today. And we can't fix though.
Well, You know, we try and tell these people if they want to come scorekeeping, they get the best seat in the house.
Yeah.
'Cause if they have any obstructed view, they can't do their job.
And I think that's frame, right?
That is a concession there. So Onyee takes that second frame, 82-7, has a 2-0 advantage. 2 more, and she'll be in the final this year. But let's see if Bex can stop the bleeding when we come back to frame 3 in a few short moments. And we're back here, frame 3 with Onyee to break up. Really appreciate all the people tuning in. We've got some really great numbers on the stream, so feel free to like, subscribe, share with friends.
Yeah, we got international action, so share it out to the world. I think I did tag both players in the Facebook description, but let's see, we got a lot of viewers on YouTube as well, so like and subscribe, get the YouTube algorithm, Facebook algorithms to go show this to more people and show this great sport out to the world.
Yeah, nice to see our friends at the high-end snooker club in Bangkok. They uploaded the tail end of Mink's century break yesterday up onto their page, as well with WST. They put it up there as well, so great to see the support there.
Yeah, and Matt does a great job of running all the social media, all the pictures that have been going up on the World Women's Snooker page. Has been awesome time. So some really good shots last night, doing some sword fighting of a potential final matchup and some other stuff going on. It looked pretty cool. Where is this blue end? Oh, this blue end ended up in the top left corner. Oh, interesting.
Yeah, before the quarterfinals started, there was definitely some world-class fencing going on between Onyee and Mink with their cues, and then pretty much a fantastic air guitar battle that would put Bill and Ted to shame.
Oh, yeah.
So it's really nice to see that all the women in the tournament, off the table, they're just enjoy each other's company, have a good time, and as Diana was telling us yesterday, she likes it because she finds out about different people in the different countries and all that kind of stuff. So it's great to see. However, when they come to the table to play, there are no friends.
Oof.
It's game on.
She caught that first red uber thin, I think was intended. Had she not, though, I think they might have left the cue ball down here, because did catch another red that probably would have been contacted. Lauren Hui, thank you so much for the comment. Just trying to make this game look as good as we can. Let it shine. It's going to be a tough one. I don't know if it's a shot to nothing. This might have to be offensive. If she can get below the red bottom of the black spot, could be there.
Look at that fluke.
Did it fluke? Oh, wow. You're cheating, Dave. You get to see it ahead of everyone else.
It's, well, from our vantage point, we do have the monitors, but I also can take a little peek over to the live action, so.
This blue looks to be on, so.
It's straight in, so definitely doesn't want to follow it in.
No, good stroke there. So still, now that those reds kind of have moved around a little bit, another shot to nothing maybe on here. If he can play off of this red here with the cue ball, play around the pack. It's going to take a lot of low and outside is the only thing. Looks like she's opting to take the red up table more. That one a little bit easier to escape from because you have kind of a naturally rolling cue ball, so good choice there.
Yeah, unfortunately, just nicked into the blue and then canted into the brown, so that kind of has left this rather long red for Onyee on, but not as difficult as some long reds, as object ball and cue ball are closer together. It's just the amount of real estate she has to take, and that red just rattled in there. So
yeah, just caught it a bit on the thin side, I think. Always hard to tell with these snooker pockets because they feel like they always rattle the same way. But normally you can tell based on which direction the ball escapes. If it rattles two cushions, it can escape along the cushion that was hit second.
And yeah, you guys at Ox, these are top-notch conditions, that's for sure. And these pockets are cut pretty tight, so.
Oh yeah.
It's one thing to make a century on the club table, but when you see Mink and Onyee making centuries on this table, it truly is a remarkable feat.
Yeah, professional conditions is what we try to go for. Because that way when you come and bring the pros there, you can really see how impressive they truly are.
Yeah, the Ricky Walden exhibition up in Vancouver. Jonathan does pride himself on trying to get the top-notch conditions, but it is a definitely work in progress, and it always comes down to dollars and cents. But it was just very impressive what Ricky did. He had a 10-frame exhibition matches. He had 7 centuries and 2 90s.
That was on a club table, right? Yeah.
Pretty much so, like probably, I'm not sure if it's professionally cut pockets.
Okay, I think a little bit bigger pockets, but a little bit faster cloth. No.
Could be something like that.
Yeah, makes sense. No, it makes.
But then I saw he came down here and had a nice 146.
That's right. Yeah. I think it was against me, the 146. We were playing a little tournament. That was a fun format. They shout out to Lee Gordon there, setting up a cool format for all the local members. But you play in a round robin, and Ricky Walden is in every group of this tournament, so you get to play him in 2 frames. I think by the end of the day, he was 26 frames in. He was beat. That was for sure. But yeah, I think I did a Mark Williams style break off where you come into the pack from underneath, and that left all the balls available. And a 146. If anybody wants to try to beat the high break here at Ox, 146 so far. There's only one way to beat that, as far as I know.
155.
Minus free ball situation and all that shenaniganry. But speaking of 147s, we do have a special high break prize and 147 prize only in the finals. Shout out to Jason and Diana Miller, our great sponsors over at winesellers.com. They are posting, I believe, a 147 in the finals prize of $5,000. So any of these 4 ladies have a chance once they get there to show their stuff. Didn't we say? I think we said so far Mink has the only recorded 147 from one.
Female, yes.
From one player, yeah. And I believe any centuries in the final are going to be $500 prizes. So it's a lot to look forward to. A lot of good snooker left in this tournament. I believe the final is going to be a best of 7, right? Compared to this as well?
Correct. Yes,
So
semifinals and finals, best of 7. And Ba Yulu is unfortunately not in this competition. Mohammed?
Neither is the world champion Bipot, I don't believe.
But hopefully, as this great tournament grows and grows, it can attract more and more. Hopefully some of these players, as it is a long haul, either coming from Asia or coming from mainland Europe and England, they can kind of work it in as kind of a working vacation right now at this point, because there's not all the money in the world right now, but slowly by slowly we're building. As I believe actually this is the second highest prize money tournament on the women's tour.
Second highest, just short of the World Championship. Oh wow, okay.
I believe so, but I've been corrected many times in the booth. Most of the time it's about shots that players take, so I can be wrong about money as well.
Or pronunciations too, I guess. It's always a little difficult.
Thanks for the kind words, Rob. Yes, we will talk to you soon. Keep up the good work in Ontario. Looking forward to coming back there sometime when we have a great tournament. And you know I'm always ready to commentate for you, Rob. You put a good setup out there, and your hard work is definitely noticed on the West Coast. She's got to take this. It's got to go in, because if it wasn't going to go in, she was going to leave in the cue ball there. And just unfortunate that's come up rather sour.
Feels like a little bit of the theme of this match. Rebecca unable to kind of get anything really going. This when she comes to the table usually has something pretty difficult or a difficult layout. But also maybe has left some opportunities that she wants to get back. So the kick into the black, it looks like. Wants to probably hit the underside of this, bring it towards the top cushion.
That was a miss.
Yeah. Maybe favoring that side a little too much.
And Onyee will put her back in.
I always say once you kind of calibrate on the first foul, usually the second attempt is a lot more accurate. Let's see how this one rolls. Just wants to kind of clip off the black. Yeah, there it is. Nice pot, nice shot. Not pot, but nice shot. I think this red is on. Into the middle.
Yeah, that lonesome dove out there all by itself. Looks like it will cut into the side, but she's refusing that.
Yeah, it's risky though, because that red up in the green pocket is very much on. So this being a better safety, covering that red and the red up into the green pocket, puts a lot more pressure on Rebecca. It's going to have to jack up and come across, maybe underneath these three reds. Or behind the black.
Yeah, just a bit too much pace. We might have been seeing a lot of balls being pushed up into the bulk area, but now again she does have this red into the middle. It's a bit easier than that last red that we were alluding to that went into the middle.
Wow, what a pot there. Always difficult those at this angle. I treat anything, below the pink line to the middle pocket as pretty thin into those middle pockets. Even though they're rounded, with the pro cut style, they definitely play awfully tight. And she did roll that in almost at the max space you can shoot that at. Cannon into these balls, maybe? Oh, interesting. Play for the loose red up top. Okay.
Yeah, got a good angle to get onto this blue into the same middle pocket after this red.
Quite a few reds to play for up table as well. One just below the green you can respot the brown with, or play for the one closest to the pocket. Try to get a lot out of that cue ball there, but didn't pinch the pocket. Oftentimes it's not worth pinching the pocket for, try to get that extra juice, because how tight these pockets play, you can miss it at pace. You'd rather take a little bit tougher blue on than to miss the red. Maybe if you're feeling really good, you can try to go for it, but it's one thing I always notice with the pros is that they'd much rather take a little bit tougher shot in the next one if it means guaranteeing the pot on this shot. Likely play for another bulk color here. You can swing it around too and play for the blue, but a little bit tougher position for that, I think. And it'd be nice to clear up these reds up table so you have somewhere to play safe too if you need. Yeah, even at that pace, only was able to get it over 2 cushions for the brown. Oh, has it come in line with the yellow? I think it's on. If not, yellow can stun over for this loose red. Yeah, she's looking at what side she wants to be on the red for. It's always a 3-shot plan, right? On the yellow, you're thinking about the next color you're playing for the red immediately after. I think she wants to be high on it, but the thing is, it's going to be a little bit close to that green, so she might have to just play a little bit straighter.
Looks like the cue ball does pass for the brown, past this yellow.
Screw back 1 cushion. And as long as she gets a little bit straight, she can always screw back as well. The only mistake there might be to go too far, to try to just get a little bit too high, and the green comes into play and ruins the party. Yeah, good stroke there. You could tell, I think, from earlier, remember that one blue missed in the middle? I think her pause is back kind of to its normal length. Still pretty significant kind of pause, but nowhere near any sort of hesitation happening in it. That's for sure.
There's a couple of reds that went there. Obviously, this one that's out in the open. There was a red of those 3 that are on the left side. The bottom one does go into this top left corner. This one should be alright and come back for the blue.
Yeah, good speed there. Now I was going to play for, looks like, the red at the bottom of the bunch down over here. She can also cannon into those 2 reds if she's low on it a bit, and at the same time play position on the black. It's all about pace this shot. Yeah, and this line looks perfect. Now just use those reds kind of as a backboard and hopefully don't push them over all the way to the rail. You just kind of want to open them up with what I call kind of hand distance away. So kind of split the balls and keep everything within about a hand space from each other, as in placing your hand on the table type amount of space. Yeah, excellent shot.
Yeah, good angle on this black as well to go up into those 3 reds below the pink, is to open them up a little bit, as I don't think any of them really
Yeah, I'm
go
not
into
sure.
either corner pocket. And she's got that open red obviously right near her cue ball.
It's going to need to put a lot more low to hit the left red, I think, in this split. Yeah, just pot the left red, exactly. If she catches the right red, most likely she's not going to be on any balls. At least here, a little bit hampered, she can still shoot this red into the left corner pocket. Would have maybe liked to get more of a flick off of it, but if she sinks this, I think this could be a chance. right, score should be up to date. So she's 37 break right now. Yeah, good pot.
38.
Sure, if she comes off that top cushion with a bit of side, she can shoot out to the right side of the table. Be on either choice of these reds that are below the pink, taking the lower of the two.
45.
It's definitely looking good for everyone cheering for Onyee. She'll be putting a third frame up for her to the good.
46.
53 in it and 59 on the table.
That's okay, Jason. No problem. This is U.S. Open Women's Snooker. Brady Golan was the Seattle Open. That's what he's talking about, I think.
53.
I believe this is going to be frame ball for her, right?
That is there, yep.
54.
Average
Seven.
shot time might be a little bit off. I am scorekeeping and doing some other stuff at the same time, so the stats might be a little bit off in terms of timing. So I wouldn't pay too much attention to it. Might also be from the very beginning. If we start the frame a little early, it can increase someone's time. But I do believe pot success rate is probably pretty close on. Shout out to the WPBSA folks for letting us use the scoreboard for this tournament. Pretty nifty tool. You can mark in fouls and misses and safeties and
No, very nice black there.
wow.
68.
So Onyee definitely will be taking a 3-0 advantage in this semifinal match and looking very close, but that last frame always the toughest to get over the line. So we'll see how she compares for frame 4.
Yeah, this last red's also going to be the more difficult one, but I think she's playing for a bulk color to hopefully get an angle to maybe go 2 cushions into the red, flick it off the rail. Is there enough angle in this brown? Looks like it. Looks like it.
Very nicely done. This gets a round of applause from the audience because the century is still on.
Yeah, beautiful shot. Hit it perfectly just to get in between the rail and the ball to pop it out into the middle of the table, and now can play for any of the high value colors. So on 74, yep.
I just wanted that to run a bit more.
Still excellent blacks on this.
So just needs up to the pink for the ton, but a tricky yellow to get things going using that rest.
Ooh.
Oh, and the curse struck again. Sorry, Onyee. You can take it out of my pay, but a very nice 81 break there in this third frame of the semifinal match of this Wine Cellars U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship of 2023. We are going to step aside for a few short moments, so get yourself a cool drink, and frame 4, a very, very important one for Bex Kenna if she wants to keep her campaign going in this championship. So stand by, we'll be right back. All right, welcome back, everybody. We'll just take a little look at how the bracket is shaping up over there. As you can see, the quarterfinals that were played yesterday, and we're in the first match of the semifinal. Onyee and Bex Kenna playing, and the winner of that match will battle it out of the winner of our second semifinal that will be coming up at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time between Jamie Hunter, last year's champion, against Mink. And here's Bex Kenna to break off frame 4. Now she's left a long red on the left side of the table. I believe that does go. Little drag shot maybe to hold for the black. No, just electing to play a containing safety.
Yeah, the good old dump shot. Oh, I remember now. So the reason why maybe Bex's average shot time is so high because she had that one pot down to the corner that took took a long time to get all the equipment required. I think she needed to get an extension for the rest and an extension for her cue. Still wasn't kind of comfortable, so it took a little time.
No. Ooh, just stayed out. Onyee's saying the potential maybe of a 4-ball plant in there. She definitely can nip off the black and come back into the bulk end.
It's going to end up pretty nice.
Yeah, definitely always tough when your cue ball is in the jaws of a pocket.
Mm-hmm.
The bridge hand is really something you've got to contain with. The nerves might be going a little bit, so the hand might be a bit shaky, but
yeah, playing off of this red here, it's going to be difficult to miss contacting right here on this red. It's going to be the difficult part of that escape. I don't know if she goes the other direction or not. Oh, she tried to hit the gap that way. Wow.
quite a long pot there, too.
Yeah, impressive. I did not see that one coming.
Alright, let's see what Bex can do here.
Maybe that's the fire she needs to light the ignition, get the train rolling. Just hasn't had really a nice, easy go at it. Then again, Onyee has been good to not leave many easy opportunities in this one. Just another example here. It's just a tricky cueing just because of this red, how close it is to her bridge arm. To have the pace. Wow. Heartbreaker there.
Mm-hmm. It's just not going Bex's way today.
Mm-hmm.
This is usually the standard. You won't see. I don't think there's a lot of long matches on the women's side, as sometimes you see on the Pro Tour, as well as Diana Schuler, who is heavily involved with the women's game, was alluding to yesterday, that this is more of a stepping stone, rather, tour to get onto the pro side. It is rather amateur and stuff like that. There are some professionals, as Onyee is definitely trying to get back onto the main tour. As you can see, she does have great determination all weekend. And Bex is on the Pro Tour, as well as Mink, along with Rhiannon Evans. Unfortunately, she wasn't able to make it over this year, but maybe next year we can see Rhiannon in the US of A.
I think she can get to this red closest to the right corner. Is queuing off of the bulk cushion. Yeah, managed to get it And the pink available from almost anywhere, so good chance to score a few points here. The only problem is the black is safe, so need some work there to open up, but getting the blue and the pink on its spots might be what she needs. Oh, didn't want that cannon with the yellow.
Yeah, now the pink has gone back on its spot. It's rather tied up, so just going to find her path back to bulk.
Let's see if we can get Mink in here in the booth. Looks like she just walked in.
So a good safety shot there. We've got a little treat coming up here in the booth. She's taking a little step out of her practice routine and going to join us. A great 2022 world champion, Mink Natcharat. Hello, Mink.
Hello. Morning.
Good morning. How are you today?
Yeah, good.
Good, good. How are you finding the tournament?
Feel? Yeah, I'm very happy for play here and my first time in USA. Very exciting.
Great to hear. So we have a bit more. When did you get into snooker, the game of snooker?
When?
Yeah.
When I start?
Yeah, when did you start?
I play on 10, 11 years old.
10, 11. Wow. Mhm. And how did you get into it? Did your parents play?
My mom, she working in snooker club in Thailand. Yeah. And when I'm study finish, I go to wedding. My mom finish for the working. Yeah. And the owner try to me play snooker.
Fantastic.
Oh, 3 already.
Yes, Onyee has been playing very impressive this morning.
Yeah.
But who knows? We'll see. Onyee was in the booth when you were running your century yesterday. We'll see if maybe you in the booth now and Onyee can run a century.
Yeah.
Are there a lot of Thai people that play snooker? Is it quite popular over there?
I think have many players in Thailand. You mean women or
All
yeah,
women and
many,
men.
many.
Yeah.
Oh. Onyee, she play very good.
Looks like you have a friend, Lynn Jason from England.
Oh, hello.
They're saying hello to you. Go Thailand, giving the supports.
See you. Oh. I think have Thai people watch this one.
We do have a lot of Thai people tuning in. Actually, your club, High End.
Yeah.
They
My
actually-
sponsor.
Yes, your sponsor. They did post the tail end of your century yesterday
Yeah.
online, so that's great to see. And someone told me you have your own table at High End that you practice on.
No,
No?
not this my table, but that one is for player snooker practice. Yeah.
Okay. Lots of great out there. They're chatting the support for Mink. They really
Yeah.
enjoy watching you play. You're
Thank you for support.
so Mink. What is it that you enjoy about snooker? What
What
do you like about this game?
I like for when I can pay, I feel like how to say. I like to plan shot
Okay.
I like to think.
So like
yeah.
the strategicness
Yeah.
of the game is
Yes.
what really.
Oh, she missed. I have Thai people. You know Thai hi, say hi in Thai language.
I do not know. You feel to
I
teach me.
you. สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee hap.
Yeah. สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee cup.
Yeah. It's a for men.
Mhm.
If woman is a สวัสดีค่ะ
Okay.
Yeah.
So, Sawadee hat.
สวัสดีครับ
Sawadee hap.
KUB.
Okay.
Cup.
Cup.
Yeah.
Oh,
Difficult.
it is difficult. One thing I must admit, I do enjoy Thai food.
I like Thai food.
Do you just call it food, though? So, win or lose today, are we going to see you back here next year?
Yeah.
Great.
Next year, I hope to come.
Great.
Yeah.
Hopefully we can bug your sponsors and they can give you the money to come over, because you're a treat to have in the room. Just such a warm-spirited person, and you play phenomenally, so we really appreciate you coming over.
I think Rebecca is pressure.
Yeah?
She pressure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as we've been watching the match, obviously there hasn't been a whole lot wrong that Rebecca has done. You know, there may be a few shot, but she's just run up against Onyee, who's been playing very impressive.
Yeah. Onyee concentrate. She is very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh.
And I've heard that Onyee does get funding from the Hong Kong government. Does that happen in Thailand? Does the government do anything there, or is it just your club high end?
For World Women ranking, just myself, just sponsor. Yeah, not government.
Okay, so just the club.
Six.
And how was your time with Mr. Neil Robertson when you played in the mixed doubles? You guys were victorious.
Yeah. You mean how?
How was that tournament? Did you?
I really like mixed double tournament because good prize money and good experience for me because I can play with top 4 players. For men, it's difficult for me. Yeah, and I don't know how to say this word. Fight first.
Well, you know, I think we would make a great team, but you'll have to carry me. Pretty much, you'll have to make all the pots. Thanks for the USSA tuning in, the United States Snooker Association. They're definitely really appreciated of World's Women's Snooker, Ox Billiards, WineCellars.com, and all the players putting on this great event in the United States. They're doing a great job to grow the game in America. As I come from Canada, where we did have a good history of snooker, and we're in the stages of kind of regrowing it, getting it back out there. So it's great that we can have wonderful players like yourself come over and dazzle us with your potting ability and Tactical play.
Yeah, next year we have mixed double in Manchester.
Great. I think tickets are on sale for that, as it looks like our friend Phil Banyan already has his tickets. It's nice to see our good friend Godfrey Chan tuning into the stream. Big fan of Onyee, and Godfrey does a lot of great work to help us out in the sponsored realm in Vancouver, Canada. He's a good supporter, loves his snooker, so is happy to see it grow in Western Canada.
Okay.
So you'll have to pay us a visit sometime up in Canada.
No.
No, you don't want to come see us in Canada?
No. No.
You come visit us in Canada.
Next year, visit.
Next
Oh,
year.
next year.
Next year,
Oh.
yes.
I think I need to do visa.
Fair enough. And I will work on my tie.
Okay. Welcome.
Looks like she's fully snookered here.
You been go to Thailand?
I'd love to go to Thailand. Yes.
You been go?
I have not been to Thailand, but I'd love to go anytime. Are you inviting me over to Thailand? Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Seems like you have some
I know.
Thai friends there. If you want to respond back to them in Thai, you can.
Okay. ขอบคุณนะคะ He said won me champion this tournament.
Oh.
Yeah, and I say ขอบคุณค่ะ is a thank you in Thailand.
Khop
ขอบคุณค่ะ
Khop Kun Kai?
ขอบคุณ is a thank you.
Khop Kun.
Yeah.
Okay.
But for men, for women, we say ขอบคุณค่ะ
Interesting. So there's different for men and women.
Yeah.
Okay.
ค่ะ and ครับ is a little bit difficult.
I thought the game of snooker was tough. Now learning Thai. Oh boy. Well, our good friend Godfrey is telling me that we should go to Thailand one day. So he says hello to you, Mink.
Oh, hello. Hi. I think if she can play blue, I think she play blue and cannon. Oh, she play yellow. Nice. Oh, shot.
Javier Venezuela is wondering, Mink, do you play other cue sports besides snooker, or do you play...
Yeah, I've been play pool in Thailand. One tournament. I like to play pool, but if I can choose pool and snooker, I choose snooker.
Great answer.
ด้านแรกครับ
And you play snooker, pool,
I play snooker, yes. Mhm.
and you play pool together.
A little bit. I lean more now towards the snooker.
If you play snooker and you go to play pool, I think it's easy.
It is a different game. There is some
Yeah,
different things, but definitely it helps out your potting.
Yes, yes.
You know, the snooker table is bigger than Asia, and
Yeah.
a pool table is only the size of Hawaii, almost, it seems. Yeah, I think most people in North America, they mostly play pool, but then with rooms, they'll start seeing that snooker table and they'll be like, what's that over there? And then they're quite interested to try the game out. And it's one of those games where, you come and play, not going to play as well as you, but
Yeah.
maybe you get little bits, you get one good shot or one shot that you missed and you can make it, so that keeps you drawing back and coming to the game. Well, Rebecca still has a chance. There's only 51 in it, and there's 59 on the table.
Yeah.
So she's alive, but it's by a thin margin.
She try to pot. Long shot. Oh.
Good call, Mink.
Yeah.
You're a natural commentator.
Really? Oh.
Great
Shot.
blow.
She play long shot too good. Becca. Yeah.
You're not so bad yourself. You've got all the shots in the arsenal.
I think kill action when she play hard,
Mhm.
she better than me.
True.
Oh, but too hard. Oh.
Mink, can you sing?
No.
No?
No. I can lead, but I cannot sing.
Our friend Ash Kenna, who is the president, actually, of the Rebecca Kenna fan club, is tuning in.
Oh.
Unfortunately, Ash couldn't make it this
Oh,
year.
yeah. Hi, Ash.
Hopefully he can make things
Oh.
work and come next year.
She husband.
Yes. Hmm.
I've been to Ash, boyfriend Rebecca, and she said, not boyfriend, my husband.
But I have to say, watching your match yesterday, when you're in amongst the balls, you're very impressive.
Yeah.
You keep it nice, small, compact shots, nothing too wild all over the table. So
Thank you. Hello from Hong Kong. Try to play snooker, I think. Behind the pink.
you should get it.
Yeah.
We'll just a bit too far. Well, Mink, thank you very much for joining us in the booth. I know you have a match coming up, so we'll let you get into some well-needed practice. But thank you very much. What is it? Kupa?
ขอบคุณครับ
Kakun Cup?
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a great tournament. We'll see you in the next match. Take care. Well, definitely lots of fun catching up there with Mink just before her match. Obviously, I have a lot to learn in the Thai language, but just really very sweet and generous with her time. Really appreciate Mink coming in. Good read on the cue ball there for Onyee. Let's see if Bex can get past this black. Yeah, it's there. Yeah, Bex needs to. Certainly a great effort there.
Oh, wow.
The snooker. Wow, well done. The audience really enjoyed that one. So 25 on the table. There's 37 in the match. So X is not going to go quietly. You would think if Onyee at some point is able to put down the green, it might be a concession.
It's a good opportunity here, though, for Bex to get back in the match, maybe?
Yeah.
Wow, barely
She's got
missed
one. She needs a few more snookers. She could possibly get behind the pink here.
Well, having had Mark Selby as her partner for the mixed doubles last year, probably learned a few things from him, I'm sure. It's gonna get behind this pink. Oh, it just came a little bit offline. Didn't want to bump it.
Yeah. Millimeters away from perfection.
And another safety attempt here. This one looks pretty good. So the green's got to travel a bit more, but I think it's there.
Yeah, I think she's got the snooker, so that's a smart idea when your opponent needs snooker. Put them in snookers. Yes, Patty, we're looking to hopefully have Mink Nutcharat and Jamie Hunter's semifinal match come up at 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So that's in about an hour and 15 minutes time from where we're at right now. Just not too sure what time it is in Thailand.
Yeah, I'm not sure that we'll start early, but we could possibly. I do think we're going to restart the stream from what I understand. That way we're chopped up into separate videos, but it should be an awesome time.
Yeah, but if anyone on either platform we have there, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, or Twitch TV, make sure you subscribe, and then we'll be able to be notified when we come back on air. And that might be the nail in the coffin there.
Yeah, sorry for folks over in Thailand, but might be a little bit late for you to watch, but I'm sure we might have some die-hard fans out there who will want to tune in even from Thailand.
If it's 3 a.m., it might work out nicely for the final for them. It might be just bright and early in the morning. This is looking good to come in if it's got the pace.
Oh, wow.
But
wow, just drops. Wow.
Yeah.
What a double into the corner. You don't see that very often.
No, you see that more in the pool side, but in snooker, it still can happen. And Onyee's kind of just wanting to roll that ball and close to the corner. And there's a concession there, so a whitewash for Onyee over last year's runner-up, Bex Kenna. So, commiserations for Bex, but congratulations there for Onyee, who's going to be in the final of this WineCellars.com U.S. Snooker Women's Open Championship of 2023. So there's just a little check at the bracket there. As we can see, Onyee will be moving on, and she will be facing the winner of Jamie and Mink. That will be coming up in about an hour and 15 minutes time. So feel free to get a cool drink, maybe something to eat, and we'll be seeing you shortly. So it's David Burney and Christian Youngers signing off. We'll see you in a little bit, everybody, for great semifinal action. All right, everybody, don't go running away just right now. We've just talked to our co-tournament director, Matt Hewitt, and that semifinal between Jamie Hunter and Mink Nuttrot is going to be coming up in 15 minutes. 15 minutes, high noon here on the West Coast, 12 noon Pacific Daylight Time. So keep the stream up and grab yourself a cool drink or something to eat. And at 12 o'clock, we'll have the second semifinal of the day leading up to the finals a little later today. Thank you, everybody, and we'll talk to you soon. Welcome back, everybody, to the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship 2023. Our second semifinal match of the day is going to be Mink breaking off, going against last year's champion, Jamie Hunter. David Burney is in the booth, along with Christian Youngers. And we're glad you're all tuning in. Share the stream, like it, subscribe it. Tell your friends. This should be a good one. Hopefully you took our note. We thought we were going to be going at 1. We just saw how the tournament was running and we could make it go a little bit smoother. And we're here now, which should be fitting to be a really good match here. It's going to be another quick one. I'm not saying that it's going to be a whitewash like our last semifinal, but Jamie, one of the more quicker players on the tour. And we see once Mink gets in the ball, she's very quick. As we saw that great century that she had yesterday. Obviously not the high break of the tournament. Onyee has that at 121.
Wow, what a starter pot.
It's a nice long red, but the color is to be desired here. It's just don't seem to be in a great spot. Well, she's going for her shots, that's for sure. Was a tricky green. That's going to be a tough red, but as we've seen, Mink is definitely capable of shot making, and definitely a very sweet young lady, as we were happy to join her. She joined us in the booth. As much as my Thai was not that strong, her English wasn't that strong, but we made it work. Happy that we could hear a little bit of her story of how she came into the great game of snooker. Yeah, tough red did squirt out. Need to be a bit more softer there to get that cue ball tight to the cushion, because this red doesn't go. That's near the blue. Be careful not to leave it on. Yeah, a bit pacey. This looks like a good opener for the defending champ. To use some power here to go in and out of bulk. Jamie just might be content. The 6, however, it's 2 reds just below the pink, the 2 in line. The bottom of the one just might be able to clip off for a shot to nothing. Going by the black. Both these players will take calculated shots. They're not going to be willy-nilly around there. It's a great shot to nothing by Jamie on that last shot. Usually I think it's probably going to come down to just one small mistake. Jamie wanted a bit more pace on that one. So I'm just going to have to go into bulk. Settle with the 3-point lead that she has, 7-4 over Mink. Christian is doing a lot of wonderful work behind the scenes, so he's just making sure that everyone in the world of the internet is aware that the stream is back on, so we can get some great viewership. And once he's done that task, he'll be on to another to update the score, but I can see from my vantage point that it is 7-4 for Jamie, but we're early. This is the first frame of a best-of-7 semi-final match. Nice shot there.
All right, sorry about that. Good to go.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Onyee's back at her hotel room, probably tuning into this match, and hopefully it goes the distance to a decider, to a final black. Really wants this match to go really long, to wear out.
Century after century after century.
Not much centuries, more just tying it up and really have probably the longest match known to man, just so
just to wear out the opponent, no matter who it is.
Exactly. We saw this in the last semifinal. It was slow to get going, but once it got going, and it was really effective for Onyee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, both these players have been to the final stages of a tournament and hoisted the trophy. Mink, the 2022 world champion, the women's side, as well Jamie Hunter, the first ever U.S. Open champion. So they know what it takes to go the distance. And there's lots of respect between both of them.
Well, different start to this match than the previous one. Last one, I think we had a mistake in terms of positional player safety, I think, and then Onyee got going with a 40-some-odd break in the very first, few opportunities in the match. But this one going a lot more defensive. This is good, placing this red on the right rail. It's going to leave a long pot on for Jamie, though.
Yeah, I think in that last semi-final match, There was good safety a little bit at the beginning, and then Bex stuttered a little bit and made a poor safety shot, and that really let Onyee in. And that was kind of the difference in the beginning frame. And you know, Bex had a few chances. She could have done with a few more, but sometimes when she just missed that shot, Onyee really punished her. So kind of a opposite case here where both players are playing good safety. As we've seen so many times in the game, good safety can only last so long. Soon enough that the path back to bulk will dry up, and you might be forcing your opponent to take on a long, tough pot, a shot they don't want to take because they just can't find their safety shot, and that's the mistake that can be a frame winner after that. Both these players are capable of making substantial breaks when given the opportunity.
Yeah, I like the aggression on this safety that Jamie just played, kind of splitting up all the reds open and getting a really good cue ball, and making Mink have to come with a shot here. Oh, just caught the knuckle. It's going to leave a pot on. Left corner. The black passes. Doesn't look like it does, so it's going to be a little bit more tricky.
Yeah, tough to see from our vantage point, as Jamie does have that red left of the black spot into the top left corner. Just tough to see from our vantage point. I think that red is blocking the black.
Ooh, clipped off of that. Red on the top cushion. Caused the cue ball to get less separation from the rail, and now is in a tricky spot is Jamie Hunter.
Yeah, got the pink to the left middle, but it's tough cueing right over that red, so probably just gonna take her medicine, take the one, and just put her cue ball back into the bulk end. Yeah, black's kind of tied up. It's nice that blue is on its spot. Pink's rather open to the side of the table. I think this was one thing that Mink was alluding to when she was in the booth, that her long potting isn't as strong as she would like it to be. Maybe she can match up with Neil Robertson again, as they were the champions in the mixed doubles, and we know that Neil Robertson from Australia is an extremely proficient long potter.
Yeah, it's one of his best known traits, right? His long potting. I like how he describes the game. He tends to say, now I just try to make the match more difficult for my opponent. And what he means by that is make my opponent come with a good safety, because otherwise I'm going to make these long pots and run out against them.
Yeah, it just shows you the standard that you need to have when you're on the main tour. You know, most of us are quite happy putting our cue ball back into the bulk area, and you know, maybe there's one or two reds that are over 10 feet, but Neil Robertson makes those pots look like they were 2-foot shots.
A good opportunity here for Jamie.
Touching ball has been spotted by referee Daly.
And so it's going to have to go most likely for the bottom, the red closest to the pocket then in that case. Wow, shot that at pace. And on the pink.
Yeah, well, raise of the hand is that cannon was a little bit of fluke, because Jamie is now just plumb on the pink. Yes, we hope so, Kurt. Hopefully there is more snooker getting going in the U.S.
Oh, Kurt Vanoverberg.
12.
Good to see him in the chat still. Friend from Belgium.
You know, in the restaurant last night, I ran into two Belgian people.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Who might that have been?
There was this girl named Laura and this other guy named Luca.
Interesting.
So
Must have been a fun time then.
it was nice to see Luca before, and Laura before they headed back home to Belgium. We're alluding to Luca Bissell, 2023 world champion. Was over here doing an exhibition at Ox last weekend. Well attended, good times, and they did come up to my native country of Canada, but unfortunately I think a little bit of stomach bug had hit them in their travels, so we weren't able to catch up north of the border, but it was good to see that they were out and about and feeling better, and we wish them safe travels back home, and hopefully we'll see them again in Sheffield this coming spring.
Decent chance here, a few more reds. Might have to do a little bit of... Oh, actually, I think this red just below the pink does pass to the left. Might have to get a little bit lower on it than straight, but it's really the black is the one that's tied up.
20.
Yeah, natural angle on this pink into the top right corner will dislodge some of those reds, hopefully open it up so the break can continue for Jamie. Ooh.
Oh, she got unlucky.
Yeah. Getting the cannon, so now that's going to be force of end of break there for Jamie. Just didn't get the correct cannon into that bunch of reds.
Still a good 26 break.
Jamie 26.
Put the pressure on Mink. Someone's got to do it so far. I think she's had pretty easy time against most of her opponents. Has made quick work of some racks. As we saw the century from yesterday, she had a few 70 and 80 breaks as well. Playing pretty strong.
Yeah, I think both of these players had a clean sheet in the round robin phase. They had no frames against them won, and they had a couple of, each had a whitewash in the quarterfinals, so fitting to be a titanic match in the semifinals.
I think this is going to be an opportunity for Mink.
Yeah, one of the toughest things in all of sport is just you missed a shot and now you have to sit and just watch your opponents accumulate points, because Mink is not going to squander this opportunity. And you watch Mink, it's like she's cocking a gun almost. It's like that going back and that pausing is that chick chick, and then driving it through is the gunfire.
It was good to get high on this black, but it's a little bit hampered maybe in the queuing with those reds. Can't really get her hand on the table as clean as she'd like, maybe. She's going to have to push through this black to get back up. Kind of wants to play for a few options, but can kind of play for this area of the table here for the red and to the left. Or can get back to keep all up here for a choice of reds. going to depend on what she feels like. Opted to take the second one. Beautiful stroke. Great shot there.
16.
It's always the preference, if you have the choice, is to play for a multitude of reds. So you have multiple options. She could even shoot this red down to the left corner pocket if she wanted to. If she played the first position, probably would have been a little bit riskier, since only the single red that's up into the left corner pocket, or left middle or left corner, would be the only option. And if you get a little bit weird on it, you don't have anything else to fall back on. So great shot there. So on a break of 17, it looks like, trying to get back in the match. Get back in the frame, I mean.
Yeah, these odd-numbered frames are always important ones. Obviously, whoever can get the first frame on the board builds up your confidence a little bit.
She might opt here to cannon the red. She can land in this zone right here. I believe this red does pot into the left corner. So she can get the cannon onto that. Use it as a backboard to get perfect position. It's kind of what she kind of queued up for, and it looks like she's going for that. Nice shot there from Mink. But now again, options. Red into the middle.
24.
Red down to the left corner.
Yeah, I think at some point Mink wouldn't mind that red out in the open on the right side. Should be a pretty easy shot whenever she gets to it, so she might want to try and maybe develop a little bit more and get behind one of those two reds on the side. Pot it into the side pocket if it can.
She's going to screw back into these reds on the left cushion? No, she's playing for the open. Yeah, you're right.
Mm-hmm.
For a second, I thought she was queuing a little bit lower to kind of swing the cue ball back,
32.
but you've got the call, Bernie.
She's got an angle to go over to them now, off this black.
Yeah, you want to play behind them, probably? Push one out into the middle of the table?
Yeah, that would be nice, and it looks like she is queuing high on her cue ball to do such the feat.
Just don't shoot the gap. There are two targets. Got to pick one, I think. Oh, caught it thin on the way in. Yeah, fortunate there.
A little raise of the hand, as that wasn't the intended shot, so she fluked it and got a little lucky.
Now it's all about this angle on the pink. Probably play high on the pink, closer to the blue spot, so she can go two cushions and come in behind the red. Or she can play up for a bulk color as well. Opting to take, yeah, maybe it looks like blue. It's going to have to get a little bit more into the cue ball, because she's a little bit steep on this blue.
Yeah, a little straight on the brown. If she had a little bit of more pace, would have had a good angle to run down off the brown. Just having a glance at the scoreboard. So there's 11 in it. After this color goes down, there will be 35 on the table.
Yeah, so break of 41, scores 45 to 34.
Not a bad recovery shot there.
Did manage to drop in behind, though. Really well.
Just a little tricky for a right-hander. A left-hander like yourself, Christian, probably wouldn't be fretting too much about this.
Yeah, that's a good point. This is a big pot here because this could seal the frame if she gets on one of these colors. Playing the safety. All right. Cue ball control. How's the speed? Just came a little bit short with the red. Maybe a little bit long on the cue ball. I guess having the red out in the open is a little bit better, actually, if you get the full ball snooker. So, but this could be a shot that fires up Jamie Hunter. We know she can make a couple of big shots. All of a sudden, she can take over the match. Oh, did she hit the black there with her cue, or with? No, it must have been the ball. Oh no.
Yeah, that's a bit costly there for Jamie, and she's as well left this red on for Mink. So good opportunity for Mink to take this first frame of the semi-final match.
Sorry, score was slightly off, but
Well done, nice cannon into that blue. Looks like she can take the green into its own pocket, come off the cushion, then take the yellow. Start that routine of potting the colors.
oh, I think just taking a part of the rest and the extension. I think the rest has a little bit bigger end of the handle, so it was a little bit more difficult to separate. But just some equipment situation going on. No big deal. Classic snooker stuff.
A little frustrated with that, as that blue is kind of in the way a little bit.
I think as long as her cueing is okay, just a nice little screw back shot on this is perfect. Maybe get the cue ball halfway between where the yellow and cue are now. Have a nice angle to go. One cushion on the green.
This yellow is her frame ball.
This player's so good at, once they get on the colors, of clearing up. No matter kind of if the balls are only a few spots away from the original spots, still pretty consistent. So favor her to get out here. Yeah, nice little stun draw shot.
Yeah, probably like to take the green and brown to really assure herself of this first frame. It is amazing with Mink, such a young, cheerful, friendly gal. She was in the booth just full of smiles and very pleasant, but just looking at her demeanor on the table, that is all gone. It is all down to business now. So a little back and forth in this first frame. Weren't sure who was going to take it, but costly mistake in that 7-point foul that Jamie had running her cue against the black. Kind of force the advantage towards Mink. So Mink Nutrat takes this first frame of the semifinals, and we'll be right back with frame 2. And we're back here with Jamie Hunter, defending champion, to break off for frame 2. Hasn't left a long pot on, but definitely potential for just a containing safety. Thought that maybe she might clip off that side of the red, and now she's thinking of that shot. Hit the left side of the red that's close to the right side of the table.
Or just a dump shot as well. Oh, just playing the pot.
Wow, aggressive.
I guess the benefit of that pot attempt is that if you play for the black, you're getting low, close to the top cushion, and you're probably not going to leave a pot on other than something into the middles, which is awfully difficult. So, good cue ball control. Probably going to have to force Jamie Hunter into a tough pot or just playing safe. Might be going for this into the top corner maybe. To the green pocket. Oh, wow.
Ooh.
Just caught the cushion on the way in.
Yeah, we'll have to see how that pans out. That would have been a great long pot there by Jamie, but he's left this on for Mink. And Mink does a really good job of punishing her opponents if they miss. It could just be building blocks, take this red with the bulk, come back down table.
One.
So one off this brown. And we'll put her Nash lead back down into the business end of the table. A few big bounces.
Yeah, excellent shot there. Positionally come down all the way. This is really nice too because now this red that's clogging up the black spot, take care of that. Get the black back on. We're back to a normal frame situation. And
True. Yeah, just needs a heavy kiss into that blue. Okay. Could have done better with being on the other side, so now she's going to have to travel a bit more distance after this blue. We would like to be on the right side of the blue. Might be able to just draw back a little bit for that red on the left side of the pack. But now cueing kind of center ball, so she's going to go in and out of bulk. Doesn't want to cannon into any of those bulk colors.
it's going to be a tricky one here. Just looking at the rightmost red. Might be into break, honestly, I'm not sure. She can take on this aggressive red into the left corner. It's gonna be a little risky is the only thing, and elevated most likely with a spider of some sort. Makes this pot awfully tough. Can she cue around it still? Yeah, I guess she has enough space to put the rest there. Just watch the blue.
Yeah, that's why the rest needs to be your friend on these very large tables. Mink, not one of the tallest players on the tour. Definitely sees a lot more often. Has to be mindful of that blue. annoyance. So break comes to a close at 11. Jamie's got an easy starter. Looks like she should be, after the shot, be able to get the black back on its spot. And there's a few reds that will open, and when she pots a few more, they'll develop more reds. So very nice shot there. Actually didn't see that. Came nicely to be on the right side of the blue. Can now go in, crashing into the pack. Is she lucky?
Oh no.
Uh-oh, look out for this black. Look out for this. Okay. Needed that to roll a bit more, that's for sure. Mid to long range pot here. A little awkward bridging with the brown kind of in the way. She's left that for Mink. Yeah, pretty much guaranteed 8 points here for sure, because this black is just sitting in the jaws of that top left corner pocket. Might just want to play with gentle place to hit the long cushion first, clip off the black, and hopefully just get an angle to come up and just be on that red just to the right of the black spot. Well, that's all right. Has a red into the left middle, left of the pink, can hold there. That pink should travel in to the top left corner pocket. She's able to run through that pink a little bit. There's that black, or the red by the black. So, as we heard from Onyee, Onyee likes to plan 3 shots ahead. I won't be surprised if Mink does the same. But then when they come down to the shot, this is the shot that matters, nothing else.
Mm-hmm. For all you amateurs out there, take a note from the pros. Teaching us well.
Mm-hmm. Definitely. Stay in the moment, stay in the present. Start getting ahead of yourself. You're only going to cause yourself trouble and worries.
Looks like she wants to get a little bit high on that red. Figure out if she's going to run into the black forward or not next. Tight window to play for here, like a stun run through. Angle is everything on these big break building opportunities.
Got a little cannon there, but didn't help her out too much.
Just went too far. She opted to kind of roll it. Kind of like the stun run through. I guess, yeah, it's kind of in between is the thing, because needed enough pace to get that yellow, or to get that pink to the pocket. Awfully touchy. We knew it was going to be a tight window. No, most likely end of break. Or she's got another red here, actually. She's going to play for the one kind of in the middle of the bunch to the right corner. Hopefully get up onto the yellow. With a nice cannon here. Wow, what a pot.
Yeah, was able to get that cannon so she could hold on the pink. Now asking the referee, Dave Daly, to clean the cue ball. He's been doing a fantastic job all weekend long. We can't stress how tricky it is to be a referee. You know, you're on your feet all the time for the match. You don't really get a break at all. Where these players, sometimes when they're not at the table, they can sit in their seats. Hopefully let their mind kind of drift away and not see that their opponent is making a lot of points and just hoping for the next opportunity. So kudos, Dave. Thanks for stepping up and doing great refereeing all weekend long on our featured TV table.
Yeah, we appreciate you, Dave.
We did have some great roving referees. Vineet Desani, Mike Dominguez as well has stepped up, the owner-operator here at Ox, and Adam
Horacek? Yeah.
Horacek, thank you. He came in yesterday, so it's nice to see that each tournament we're slowly building and getting more people behind the scenes to help out.
Yeah, so it makes these things run. Keeps us rolling. Stroke there. Wants to be a little bit high. Can also get, yeah, can go forward on this. There's a couple of options of reds.
Yeah, that red just to the left of the black, that's kind of by its lonesome out there. She just kind of slowly runs through.
Would be nice to pick that one off. Also has an option to get on the one just short. Yeah, it looks like she's opting for this guy here. And black does go to the right corner, and I think the angle's better for the red that you first described. Let's go one cushion forward. She might just play screw back shot for pink as well. Oh, she's playing for, maybe she is straighter than you can tell. Or wants to cannon the other red. Oh, baffled me. Went around the black. So a lot more angle than expected.
Yeah, it's tough when, our shot selection isn't as vast as theirs, and their creativity is there on high alert, and they can make those shots. Because that was a fantastic shot there by Mink to be on the black.
It's all about repertoire, huh? Oh, is she going to be short? Oh, no.
37.
That's been the red all frame long, is that one just to the right of the black. It's been tricky. Wanted to always just get into this lane right here. Just to get a look at this red, but still. Early on had that red to escape with. I don't know if there's one here. This could be end of break. Should take the plant on. Will be hyper aggressive to do that because I think these two balls are too far apart. Looks like she's lining it up maybe. How good is she feeling right now? No, playing the safety this way, I see.
True, and
Smart
very
shot.
nicely done. Well, nice break of 37 to increase her lead to 48-6 in the second frame.
Yeah, I don't think there was a world where she ever takes that plant on. Getting a big scoring opportunity, and putting your opponent safe is always going to be the better option than leaving something easy at the table. This is a bit of a shot to nothing, I think. Trying to cut this red to the left corner pocket. At least with enough pace to bring the cue ball back into bulk. Typically you'll get the red rattling and bouncing out. I think she'll take this on. Best case she pots it. Yeah, almost no way of actually leaving that cue ball on, or sorry, leaving that red on with that type of shot. A great cue ball.
Let's see if Jamie can respond with an equally as impressive safety shot. Could have done without that full-blooded kiss to the green ball.
Yeah, hand on the table now. Opportunity for a long pot maybe, or do you play one more safety to try to force another mistake? Might be taking this red on.
She's going to clip on the right side of the middle of those two.
Oh, the right side, yeah, you called it. Now this red is a little bit more of a shot to nothing. It's gonna. Oh, is playing it all out. It's playing position on the black there. So now, mistake from Jamie to allow Mink back in amongst the balls.
That was a pretty costly miss there. You want to make your opponent at this stage of the tournament and against these strong players, make them earn that first red. You don't want to give them an easy sitter to get things started. So when they're at the table, they really can manipulate the angles with their cue ball and develop more red balls to pot in.
Everything out in the open now, besides maybe the two reds that are a little bit more safe. One on the top cushion, one on the right long rail. Don't see many problems here though in terms of getting over the line. I think if she pots all these reds that are out in the open, would be enough to get to the snooker's required stage. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it looks like it.
Yeah, four reds that are definitely wide open. Obviously, it would be nice to have the pink down the table, but the black is in a definitely potable spot. Once that goes back on its spot, I think she might just come off the cushion a little bit just to be for that red that's left of the black spot on the lower one, just to clear that up so the black can go to both pockets.
The force follow, two cushions. Just going to be using the rest here next.
14.
Just want to can the black either off of this shot, so might play the gap and try to hold for the black and even come up for blue. Probably the former, I imagine.
Just keeping consistency and great tempo, as that last shot was a very powerful shot, but you really wouldn't know it because as she's coming back through her shot, most of us amateurs, feel like the wind is blowing at all circuits when we kind of come through the ball and we want to hit it really hard. But with Mink, you don't know if it's going to be a soft shot or a hard shot until it kind of goes through.
The effect of that acceleration, that through the stroke makes a big difference. When she played for pink, that was a nice shot up. Didn't get on the pink with the rest on the red. Now I think this is the real shot, difficult shot left in the frame.
True.
Yep, that was going to be the shot there.
Yeah, 63 in it and 59 on, so Jamie does need one snooker and all the blacks, so kind of the idea, if she can take 3 reds with blacks, then maybe on that last red get a snooker and maybe potentially force a free ball.
It's good cannon the black. This could be a little bit nervy. How much she needs high value colors for each of these reds. Oh no, she's able to avoid that cannon. Nice shot there. Caught it a little bit more thick to the pocket too, so I think that maybe had to do with it. So I'm gonna take the pink here.
I think, yeah, with that free ball potential, doesn't need the black. Nice use of 2 cushions and high on the black to get down for this red that's on the cushion.
Yep.
And develop a little bit. Tried.
Oh, tough. Don't know if she got the full contact on it, would have been there, but might have even opted to just take the pot on. Honestly, this depends, but she get a snooker here. It's 48 and 35 on. Sorry, 43 on, so 5, 2 snookers. Or snooker and a free ball. Jimmy's gonna have to extract this last red with some sort of high value color to stay in this one.
Wow.
Wow.
That really got the crowd buzzing
Holy
there.
frame ball indeed.
I think a good friend, Mary Ann McConnell, just got up from her seat. She just couldn't believe it.
Yikes, to take that pot on too. Instantly killing the frame off. What a pot. Might be shot of the match, shot of the tournament so far. Yikes. Yeah, chat going wild. That's a Mink special. Yes, it was. Roll this one in. Oh, just held up. I think that is going to be a concession.
It is a concession there by Jamie Hunter. So Mink Nuttrot takes that frame at 76-21 to extend her advantage in this semifinal match. 2 frames to 0. And we'll just stand by and be right back after this short commercial break with frame 3. Back with frame 3. Mink has just broken off to get things going. She has a 2-frame advantage. She can grab 2 more frames. She will punch her card into the final of this WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship.
Oh, the DK, the dreaded double kiss.
Yeah, double kisses are only good in France, but not in this game.
Sometimes they work in your favor. You can often see sometimes some flukes where you double kiss it and actually comes back and bounces in the pocket, but unfortunately that was not one of them.
Sometimes. There is a reason, I think, that they call it the dreaded double kiss.
Mm-hmm.
That's good. A better angle, but
It's just gonna be a screw shot, fairly straight green here.
yeah, it could come off the cushion and be on this red by the blue
Yeah, loose red. Yep.
into the middle pocket.
Ooh.
Oh, really got into that.
Yeah, a little too good.
She kind of has a smile to herself. Wasn't expecting to come back that far.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, folks, let us know where you're tuning in from. Like and subscribe. Share the stream out to everyone. This is world-class stuff here from Mink and Jamie. And it's only going to get better. This is a semi-final.
Yep, the winner of this match will face Onyee, who was victorious over last year's runner-up, Bex Kenna. Ooh. Where's this white ending up? Oh, okay, it's all right. very thinly struck by Jamie and had some pace, so she was fortunate enough that the cue ball rattled in the jaws a little bit, didn't drop, and stayed in the bulk area.
Should get coverage here. I think the leftmost red closest to the blue is going to be on into the left corner pocket, but I'm not sure if that's something you go for based on where this cue ball ended up. Yeah, well, she's queuing low on it. It's going to be a shot to nothing if you screw back enough. Oh, played the other red instead, so it did have enough room to get there. These camera angles are always deceiving me.
Yep.
Just always got to delegate to, yes, she can see the shot.
Yeah, hopefully as our productions grow more and more, you can maybe employ some camera people to maybe be on the floor with those remote dollies, shall we say. Dollies,
Yeah.
on, tripods on dollies that can make them swirl around, and we can get some great pictures, but time will tell. It's money, and
Yeah, so far it's a two-man show so far. Well, commentary, and scorekeeping, and camera work, and doormanship. So I think we're doing well so far. Oof. Scorekeeping, a few mistakes here and there, but it's also got the scorer in the room. Dave Daly doing a great job keeping us on track. So apologies if we get off slightly, but everything up to date so far.
yeah, it's definitely fortunate enough in this room, the advantage point that we have, that we can see the score. Whoa, Jamie, just coming up a wee bit short on some of these.
Oh,
But yeah, it's interesting. Some other rooms that we have been in, it's tough that we can't see the actually live score by the table. So sometimes if we do get distracted by potentially the doorbell, or Christian has to run away to help out someone with some major crisis, that we can't see the scoreboard to catch up. So we're very fortunate here at Ox. Top-notch facilities here in the Emerald City of Seattle. If you want to see some great live snooker action, come on down and see us at Ox Billiards. It's 1432 Broadway in the Capitol Hill area of Seattle. Ring that doorbell. We'll allow you in. They've got drinks and snacks, and the snooker is fantastic, as you can see with that great pot by Mink.
oh my goodness. Wow.
But just kind of, fortunately,
Yeah, what a pot though. My gosh, into the middle. Just so unlucky to get up against those reds.
I think everyone's having a little smile here. It kind of reminds me of a shot once that Cliff Thorwin had. He was queuing over all these balls and obviously queuing up for the black, but he was telling the referee yellow, 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 and then as soon as he stroked, he said black. So just in case there was a miscue or he ran into one of those reds,
I
he'd
see.
only be awarded the 4-point foul because he nominated a yellow.
Oh, yeah, that's clever. I didn't think about that. Because once you nominate, that is the value. Oh, wow.
Nice little shot there by Mink. Unfortunately, the red is on, but the result after that red, that's a pretty good result for Mink.
Oh, she did make contact. Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
It just rubbed ever gently
Well, that's
again.
good.
So
A less expensive positional shot then.
yeah, Jamie, who put that red pretty much in the jaws, was able to clean it up, and let's see what she can do now. There's some open reds.
It's going to play for a loose one. No need to run into the pack yet. Pick off these extra reds with a few high-value colors and try to get some pressure on Mink.
Greetings to you, Kelly, over there in Ireland.
Oh, very cool.
I'm pretty sure that Kelly might be cheering for the ref because Dave Daly originally hails from the Emerald Isle.
It's from Dublin, right?
I believe so.
Very cool.
Good rich history of the game of snooker over there in Ireland. Produced the 1997 world champion, Ken Doherty. But Jamie wasn't able to get as high of a break that she wanted, so she's got to be a little upset with herself now. She just knows that, you know, there's reds open, and Mink does like to score heavily. You have to give kudos to Mink because she has a very strong sock game that we always appreciate. Our friend Karen actually took a photo of a bunch of us with all our socks. Maybe she could post that up on her Instagram or Facebook page and say, guess whose socks belong to who?
Trivia quiz time. There you go.
6.
Such a clean stroke. Great mechanics.
Mm-hmm.
Makes it look easy, natural.
Yeah, it kind of comes down with like a long feather and then like just short little feathers and then strikes the cue ball and does it every time. Just
I think the topmost red might have a chance to go. Or does she have something else planned? Maybe the plant?
it looks like the plant does go there. The only problem is obviously there's a little bit of space. She'd love for those two plantable reds. We kind of see from our vantage point in the booth that they go, but then when you look at the bird's eye view, there's that distance, and that just can leave it for that much chance of error. So I think the red above that come back for the blue. And then she also has another sitter of a red that's over this middle pocket where this blue should find home.
Yeah, pick off the last open red, and then it's about trying to figure out positions. This is their third shot out. Just gotta look for how to play shape.
Nigel, the final is scheduled for 4 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. So we're on the west coast here of North America in Seattle, Washington. So 4 p.m. is when it's scheduled. We will double check that with the conclusion of this match with Matt Hewitt, who is the tournament director, and we will give that final update just before we go off the air at the conclusion of this semifinal match, and just make sure all of you are informed exactly when that final will start.
Based on her approach there, it looks like she is going to be playing for the plant next. To the right corner. Might have overran position a bit. Smiling in the side. Speedy tables these are.
Yeah, Ken's a tremendous ambassador for the game, a stand-up guy. Likes to have a good joke from time to time. And just Snooker couldn't ask for a better person to just be showing the game globally.
Wow. Excellent plant there. Off angle, knew she was going to go for a bulk color. Nice pot.
Yeah, hopefully someday soon we can get Ken over here on the west coast. I think she's just going to roll up to the yellow here. Okay.
Not as ideal as she wanted. Wanted to get the full ball Snooker.
Yeah, just a little pacey because I think Jamie has a pathway just to clip off a red.
Nigel's asking, can you ask Matt to convert the final to UK time, please? Well, I'm not sure if that'll work exactly.
4 p.m. That would be midnight for you guys, Nigel.
We would have to, play until probably, 4 a.m. our time to make it a morning match for the UK folks?
Yeah, 8-hour difference for us out here on the west coast of North America.
Maybe 2 a.m.
So, not sure if over in England they have one of those magical bank holidays that they like to have on Monday. That's where the final of the World Championship always falls, on a bank Monday up in Sheffield in early May. But do know that all these matches will be uploaded on Ox's Facebook and YouTube page and Twitch page, so you might not see it live, but it will be recorded, and as long as you don't go on any scoring sites or check the WWS Snooker website when you first get up in the morning, if you do miss the final, tune maybe more to Ox pages on the YouTube and Facebook and watch the recorded final.
Oh, good pot there from Jamie with the rest. It's a little tricky though on this positional shot. I don't know if the yellow is blocking the pink.
Yeah, I think she's just eyeing up to see if this pink does pass the yellow into the yellow pocket.
It's hard to tell from our vantage points.
Just
doesn't go. I'm not sure what she has on. Shoot the pink into the green pocket in the top right corner of the screen, or just thin off of it. Problem is there's a red up table that is not easiest to play safe on. Maybe middle pocket? She went for it. Oh, yeah. Tough situation there.
sure that was a risky pot, and she's fortunate enough that she's left Mink in the pocket there, so the bridge hand is going to be a bit peculiar, but a slight cut. Just has to focus and put all her concentration into this, because the pink is a rather gimme after that if she can put this red into that left middle pocket. $67 points. Still only 23 points in it, so it's anyone's frame here.
So far, some strong rest play from Jamie in this one, so favor her to make this pot. Yeah, nice shot there with the rest.
Thank you, Lou's Racecourse History Group. They're going to watch it in the morning, as there is no bank holiday over there in England. And yes, thanks for the kind words that we're doing a great job. And yes, hopefully see you next year on the stream with this great event. And I think there's going to be even more events as we're getting now into the startup of our season, I feel, in Canada. Not sure what their season like is in the U.S.
Yeah, I think we're probably going to be restarting the Washington Snooker League here pretty soon this fall. Get some of the amateur players out on the tables. Maybe start doing some more live streams. Should be pretty good time. We do have the U.S. Nationals coming up the start of September, 1 through 4, and I believe we're going to be live streaming that through Ox, so to keep an eye out for that. It's going to be a good time. Shout out to Stephen Wong down in Embassy Billiards. Hopefully he's tuning in during this event. And the USSA, Jay as well.
Yeah, getting excited. I have not been to Embassy Billiards, Stephen Wong's room, but looking forward to seeing that. He was the champion last year of the U.S. Nationals here at Ox 1 year ago, so we'll see how he fares at his home environment. And then as well, there's some talk of the PAPS Open event will be taking place this year in Rio de Janeiro, down in Brazil. And that's an event where an amateur could win a full 2-year card, as we saw last October in Toronto, as Ahmad Ali became the first American player over on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, in a while, actually. I think there were a couple Americans previously, but yeah, first one in a really long time. Callum Ryder asking, how long until the final? I'm in the UK seeing if I can make it or not. I believe it was told we will start no earlier than 3 p.m. Pacific time, so it'll be starting at least, I believe, 11 o'clock UK time at the earliest.
Okay.
Schedule, I believe, says 4.
The schedule does say 4, but that's good to know that...
so at least 3, so maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock our time. Around then, seems pretty normal. But yeah, it is scheduled officially for 4 o'clock p.m. So we'll see. I think it depends a little bit, but if we do have a lot of extra time, Matt might pull the trigger and start the match a little bit earlier, just because we might also get some international folks viewing as well that might still be up and awake in the wee hours of the morning. So
it's just
awkward
between,
feeling.
yeah. So trying to go the opposite hand here.
Hey, I like this. Let's go left-handed. I'm a fan.
Yeah, Mink isn't. She's just sits. You don't see all the time. Putting the rests on top of the cushion.
Yeah, see over on YouTube. Yeah, definitely come on down and check us out. Oh yeah, good pot. Pink all day. All the colors are going to get back on their spots roughly, except for this yellow.
But yeah, good angle to come through and come off the cushion to be onto the yellow to its own pockets. So this could be a steal here for Mink.
Watch out, blue ball. Oh,
7.
almost spoiled the fun there.
It's appreciative. Charles Daniels is going to stay up. There's no holiday tomorrow in England, so he's just going to enjoy the live action as it commences, hopefully in a few hours. It's definitely fitting to be an exciting one, that's for sure. Onyee is already in the finals.
It's going to be a tricky one. Got to hold this. It's stunning towards the green, so it could easily go a little too far. Yeah, and you saw she favored that right half of the pocket a little bit more on the thick side because she was going to be going towards the green. That is a tendency. So a tough miss there, but a little fortunate that the green went safe. So the question is, can that be broken out now?
Good effort there by Jamie.
Wow, perfect. Yeah, well done. Excellent pot. It's going to have a little bit more angle than she likes, but at least she's got a shot at this green. And getting right to it. It's going to get behind. Oh, no.
Just Jamie throws a smile to the crowd. It's definitely not a smile with excitement. Having a little bit of banter over there with referee Daly, but
Great contact. It's the best you could do.
true. Almost got the snooker there.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 points in it, 22 on the table. Important third frame. If Mink is able to steal this one, really puts her in the driver's seat with a 3-0 advantage. But if Jamie's able to take this one, she's still alive. She'll only trail 2-1.
Is it time for another Mink special? We did see her make that uber long red pot down the cushion. Is she going to go for this brown, or are we going to see a safety? Maybe a 3-cushion attempt, kind of a 2-way?
Wow.
Or does she take the pot on? Wow.
She's fearless out there. Just
Wow. Another incredible shot.
yeah, if she's to miss that, that would have probably rattled in the jaws, and that probably would have been frame over. Although Jamie still is, there's a potential here. This is
No, it's not
no
over
gimme.
yet. Talk about a Mink special. My goodness. Take that on in that moment. It's got to come with a shot still here in this blue.
Wow, again,
Incredible.
beautiful.
What, man?
So just put all your concentration in here, Mink. Just need the pink.
Yeah, wild stuff. Two incredible pots back to back. Can she steal it with this pink?
When it's there, what a steal. Wow. Jamie's got to be gutted there.
That's incredible. Yikes. Pink down. Black doesn't matter.
So Mink's got a commanding 3-0 lead over Jamie Hunter, and we will step aside for a quick little break and be back with frame form action.
Yeah, sorry folks in the chat. There is a slight delay in the audio feed, so you might be hearing some situations going on, but we are making sure that we at least stay in line with the picture, not to give away too much of what might have happened on the shot. There's a slight delay in the room, so hopefully not a big deal. But frame 4, getting ready. I think we're ready to break off.
And Jamie Hunter will be fetched with that task to get us going. So definitely, Jamie would like to at least get a frame on the board. She kind of just popped by our booth just in between that last frame and is in good spirits. She knows she's missed a few shots, but she also knows that Mink is just really potting well. I think she was amazed by that last brown in that last frame. So, you know, sometimes you just come up to an opponent that is more prepared, that's practiced longer, and just playing better. You know, potential of 7-frame matches, you know, the roll of balls usually evens out. It's not usually all one-sided, so. Jamie's going to have to definitely earn this victory. Well, I think probably Mink wants to start the final like right after this match. Doesn't want to delay. She is slow to begin, but she's really finding the rhythm now. Nice yellow to come off the cushion. Hopefully disturb the pack. Wow. I don't know if that black passes that red just to the left of it. So maybe she might take this red to the left to come up for the blue. Mink's on the good side of the blue here, so the good times are still rolling for her. Oh, very nice blue.
15.
Don't think she has an angled cannon in that. Oh, she's just eyeing up the pink will go into the right middle. Hopefully it's
16.
She's got that open red on the right side of the pack. Ooh.
16.
Yeah, maybe just didn't come far enough for that pink. So, small little 16 to get things started in frame 4 for Mink. Let's see how Jamie can respond. It's almost a little dangerous with Jamie's attitude. She's very carefree. You know, she's like, I'm just here having some fun.
Mm-hmm.
That sometimes can be dangerous when you come up to an opponent that's that carefree and
Yeah, I think that's what makes her most dangerous, right? That sort of.
not really tensing up or anything like that.
Oh, a nice shot there. Just push one red out of the pack, lay something up for the next one, and still guarantee position on the blue. Nice little cannon. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's going to be a tricky red. Might have to play for pink, but at least has something on here. Oh, just overcut slightly.
Yeah, it seemed with that angle on that red that I think she probably was going to cannon into the bunch of reds there. So it's not the easiest of starters, but the way Mink's been potting in this match, definitely think this red is soon going to find the bottom of the pocket. able to come up.
Jen is saying she approves of the background music. No big deal. Kudos to Mike there with his playlist. On the wrong side of the blue here. It's just looking to figure out. Probably have to take this mid-range red to the right corner. Slight screwback shot. The black is still.
Pretty tied up as that black. We would like to get that. Just don't know if the pink spot is covered by these reds.
Oh. So trying to pinch the pocket a bit.
Sure, of all the places to go. Didn't want to cannon into that blue, but might be fortunate that the pink has come to save the day. Blocks the path for that red just above it.
Yeah, so no offensive shot. Time for another safety off of the bunch. Play back up to bulk. Oh, good pace on this cue ball. Where's the cue ball gonna end up? Where's it going?
See, that's not bad. Where's it going? Where's the cue ball going to end up?
Where's the cue ball going? Is that a little better?
Possibly. Yeah, I don't know if we have to pay like copyright fees towards the great John Virgo on that.
Towards the phrase itself?
Possibly.
No, if I'm taking anything, I'm taking Fluker. That's ours. The Fluke to Snooker, for those of you who don't know. Keep an eye out for the Fluker. Wow. Just incredible. You figure, like, you know, you're going to foul on a shot, you might leave a long red on. It's honestly a better situation than leaving the cue ball somewhere in the middle of the table or in and amongst the balls, but Mink is just shooting all cylinders now, and that's an incredible shot.
It's true. It's just, it's so tough when you just come against an opponent that's just really cueing well. It doesn't seem like there's any, like, kink in the armor.
Mm-hmm.
I was, I think, saying on Friday when we were starting off, we were able to see Onyee and Mink in separate round-robin matches on our TV stream.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that really differentiated them was Onyee was able to make some more longer pots. But however, in this match, Mink has really turned that around and been able to make a lot of her long pots. So
Yeah, that long red in the first frame, down the cushion, I think it was our first or second frame. And the one in the previous frame, we just had the brown.
Oh.
Both incredible shots.
Look
It's
at
going
this.
in.
Wow.
Oh. Where's the cue ball? No, it's safe. It's good. Gonna have a green into the middle. Tricky shot. Can also play safe, looking maybe to roll up behind the brown off of the yellow. Or just off of the brown. Yeah.
Just popped out a bit. Too much. That's just probably a shot to nothing on this red, just left of the pink spot.
Oh, great attempt though.
Yeah, obviously Jamie's not out of it. Stranger things have happened on a snooker table, but being down 3-0 in a best-of-7 match is asking a lot. But if she continues to
Yikes.
pot like that, there is potential.
Just getting in her classic groove, moving quickly.
That's, I think, one thing we're going to probably be seeing in the final. If there's a player that can get the momentum and get the flow, that's who you think you got to bank as the favorite there.
7.
So you wanted to come a bit higher on that.
Yikes. Look at this shot.
Really had to get into it there.
14.
Yeah, I'm going to figure out this audio issue, but yeah, it looks like we are getting the sound of the table coming in even through the camera feed just before the video feed, so apologies for that, folks, but hopefully for the final we'll figure it all out and get situated.
Jamie 14.
So Jamie has taken the lead in this fourth frame, 31 to 27. However, there's quite a...
I like cushion first on this red, just to get a little bit more action into the cue ball. Yep, looks like she did that. Get it out into the open. Had a chance to hold for black, but really was playing for blue kind of the whole way. And now it's a tricky shot, because being close to the cushion here, not a ton of the cue ball exposed.
It might be coming off the yellow to get behind the brown.
Yeah, makes sense. I'll talk about speed there. Nicely done.
Fantastic shot.
Yeah, sniper is right.
Yeah, you need all aspects of the game. It's not all just firing long pots. A nice eye that Mink could see that that brown was just off the cushion and a great landing area.
Can she see enough of this to go zigzag? Two cushions. Oh, it's going for it. Oh, didn't get enough of the first cushion.
Just missed that black too. And Mink's coming around the table and she's going to put Jamie back in.
It's a pretty nasty snooker. Might have to go for the, what, 3 cushion escape around the... I think realistically coming around this way, there's a lot of traffic to go through, so I don't know that that's the shot either. She's playing the zigzag, right? So, called the Z shot.
This looks much better.
Oh, nice, yeah. Got it really to arc, so it needed a lot more top on that ball to get it to arc off of the cushion. Nicely done. It's almost like getting too much side off of the first rail is not useful for that because it eventually kind of checks off the second rail. So you effectively don't net as much of an angle as you could have if you just kind of hit a good stroke with enough top on it. But good escape there from Jamie. This red, though, is on. Oh, wow. Anyone's frame still, that's for sure.
Final frame to win is always the toughest. Does look like this cue ball does go by the yellow. Oh, Jamie just disgusted with that shot. As you can see, her body language right after she shot, she popped up and just looked to the heavens, and you can't be doing that to Mink. Jamie probably thought she was playing me. You know, she can leave me these shots and I'll be missing them all day long. Could have done with being a little bit higher on the black. Looks like this frame is definitely going to be coming down to the colors.
Might be a Victoria Academy thing. That's fine. Well, I think a safety is in the cards here.
8.
There's a chance for this to go in off of, what, 2 cushions if she gets enough angle to spin, but really just play the safe behind the black. Nestle that ball up against the top cushion.
Well done. It's always just a little tricky when you're using the rest. Adding an extension puts a bit more weight on it.
Mm-hmm.
But it looks like there's a path there for Jamie that she can make contact with the red. She might even have an angle to get behind that brown.
Yeah, the brown is the shot here. Is the red gonna get a favorable bump? Oh, I think it's still on. Still anyone's frame. Some safeties back and forth. Gonna be deciding this frame. Oh, came in behind it. Nice shot.
Yeah, maybe just baiting Jamie with a long pot. Be a little bit mindful, maybe in an off. She's trying to take it to the yellow pocket.
Oh, just a slight overcut there. So the cross double here. Play the cue ball 2 cushions. Just play the red up to behind the green or the brown. Just going for it. Yeah, I got all the balls to a line. Nicely done.
Got the snooker there. Very nicely done by Mink.
This is a big shot. This is a must-win frame for Jamie Hunter now. A lot of pressure on this pot, or on this kick shot. She's gonna come in behind it. No, goes in off.
AG303. With our seniors and our challenge, do they have those scores updated on snookerscores.net? So you aware of that, Christian?
I don't believe they're updating the actual score lines as they stand live. They are only updating the frame score or the match score. So, yeah, unfortunately, if you're trying to keep track of the other 2 tables, we can give you an in-the-room update. I believe Jamie... Sorry, was it Diana? I was like, sorry, Diana and Jackie are 81-51 in their first frame. Diana is down. Or sorry, end of frame. So yeah, Jackie won the first frame in that match. And I don't know about the other match. Looks like still the first frame, and I think Kathy is up over Louise.
Well, this looks like this cue ball is going to be two-way shot here. She can get tight behind the blue. Might just be a little bit of help to get that red into the top left. Wow.
Excellent shot. Long potting is on right now. Jamie putting a lot of pressure on Mink in these last two frames, but somehow, some way, she's coming up with these incredible shots.
Yeah, needs yellow and green to put us to a snooker's required stage.
Cracking red is right. What a pot it was. Good job, Dave Daly, doing the free ball check there, too.
Mink could just stun this ball and rip around the angles. Could come down towards the pink.
Needs it to get enough angle. Yeah, good cue ball, too. So there's the snooker.
Jamie does just need one. Oh, and there it is.
Oh, yikes.
Oh, the handshakes there, concession there. So a whitewash victory for Mink Nutcharut to punch her card into the final, going against Onyee. It's going to be a classic, and we've just got the update at 3:30 Pacific Daylight Time. That's 3:30 on the west coast of North America is when we're going to have that final. So for all you Brits, I know you've tuned in, that'll be 11:30 p.m. So please stand aside, go get a cool drink, maybe something nice to eat, and we'll be returning back at 3:30 Pacific Daylight Time for the final of the WineCellars.com U.S. Women's Snooker Open Championship of 2003 with Onyee battling Mink Nutcharut. Stay tuned, everybody, and we'll see you in a few short moments.